Today, we're going to unlock the magic of language. We're going to explore a method that completely flips the script on grammar, turning it from a list of boring rules into a hands-on journey of discovery.
I mean, seriously, what if learning grammar felt less like a chore and more like you were solving this amazing, colorful puzzle? That's the core idea we're unpacking today, and believe me, it's a total game changer.
So to really get how this works, we're going to start at the end and work our way backward. This first part is all about one thing, making grammar something you can actually see. Let's start with a sentence we all know, something super simple. The cat runs fast. Seems basic, right? But underneath there's a hidden structure, a kind of blueprint that gives it all its meaning. The big question is, how do you show that blueprint to a kid? And here's the answer. It's the same sentence, but look at it now with these Montessori grammar symbols. All of a sudden, that invisible structure is right there in plain sight. Each word's job, its function in the sentence, gets its own unique shape and color. The abstract just became totally concrete. So you might be thinking, okay, fun shapes, but what's the big idea here? Well, this isn't just about cool visuals. It's rooted in a fundamentally different way of thinking about learning itself. And this right here is the crucial point. Maria Montessori's whole approach wasn't about drilling rules into a child's head. Nope, it was about creating an environment where they could explore language and discover the patterns for themselves. The whole goal is that aha moment, not just, memorizing for a test.
This chart just lays it all out so perfectly. On the left, you've got the old school way, abstract, dry, straight from a textbook. But on the right, you see the Montessori approach. It's concrete, it's visual. A noun isn't just a word you're told to remember. It's a physical, black triangle you can actually pick up and hold. Learning becomes this playful activity of sorting and building.
All right, so what are the actual tools that make this philosophy come to life? Let's open up the box and take a look at the grammar toolkit.
So Montessori created this very specific set of materials, a whole toolkit designed with one single brilliant purpose: to take those invisible, abstract rules of grammar and turn them into tangible things a child can hold, move around, and really understand.
And this right here, this is the heart of the whole system. Each part of speech gets its own unique symbol, and this is beautiful logic to it. The noun, which represents solid, stable things, is a big black triangle, like a pyramid. The verb, the energy, the action of the sentence, is a dynamic red circle, like the sun. And then adjectives and adverbs are just smaller versions of those shapes, which shows you exactly how they're related to the words they describe. It's like a brilliant visual code for language. But the symbols are just a beginning. The full toolkit includes these things called grammar boxes, which are full of word cards that kids can physically sort by their job. All the nouns go in this pile, all the verbs in that one. You've got sentence strips for building and taking apart sentences. And it's all tied together with these wonderful, imaginative stories that give each part of grammar its own personality. Okay, so we've covered the why and the what. Now for the really fun part, the how. What does this actually look like in a classroom? Okay, so picture this. A kid first builds our sentence, "The cat runs fast," using these little movable letters. Then, the teacher introduces the symbols, and the child, with their own hands, takes that small, light blue triangle and places it over the. Then, the big black triangle over cat, the red circle over runs, and so on. Right there, in that moment of physically placing the symbols, grammar stops being a rule in a book. It becomes a physical pattern they can see and touch.
So let's bring it all home. What are the biggest takeaways from this really powerful way of looking at language?
What this all really boils down to is a few key things. First, you start simple. Build a strong foundation with the big players, the noun and the verb. Then, you have to be consistent with the symbols so the child makes those clear connections. It's so important to ground it all in the real world, using sentences that actually mean something to the child. And of course, always keep it playful. The whole point is to make it feel like an exploration, not just a lesson. I mean, this quote just says it all, doesn't it? The goal isn't to force-feed information. It's to provide the right tools, the right environment, and let the beautiful, logical structure of language reveal itself to the child. It's such a profound shift in perspective. And that really leaves us with a final, powerful question to think about. If we can make something as abstract as grammar visible and tangible, what other complex ideas could we unlock using this same kind of approach? It's definitely something to chew on. Thanks for joining me on this explainer.